Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the 2-mark question and answer from the topic finite impulse response filter, that is FIR filter, from the subject digital signal processing and discrete time signal processing. Okay, so already we solved the big questions and all the things for this finite impulse response filter. Okay, so if you want to learn that videos means I will give link in the description box. You can refer it, or in my channel in the name of discrete time signal processing or digital signal processing. The two separate playlist is there. So in that playlist, all videos are available in order from unit 1 to this. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the 2-mark question, the Anna University and the remaining university 2-mark question and answer. Okay. So the first question you see, what are the design techniques of designing the FIR filter? So in order to design the FIR filter, the well-known, the three methods are there. One is the windowing method, another one is frequency sampling method, and the third one is a Fourier series method. And the windowing method and Fourier frequency sampling method is an effective way of designing the FIR filters. Okay. The next question, what are the different methods of filters based on the frequency response? Okay, so there are different classification of filters are there. So based on the frequency response, so how the filters are classified? Okay, so based on the frequency response means so that is that filter, it will allow which range of frequency. So based on that, the filters are classified into 4 types. One is low pass filter, second one is high pass, band reject. Okay, so already you know the meaning. Low pass means the filter, it will allow the frequency from 0 to cutoff frequency. Okay, so up to cutoff frequency it will allow, the remaining frequency it will block. High pass filter is just opposite to that of low pass filter. That means it allows the frequencies from cutoff frequency to infinity. Okay, it will block the 0 to cutoff frequencies. Okay, then band pass filter means it allows some range of frequency, some band of frequency. So it will allow the frequency from the lower cutoff frequency to upper cutoff frequency. Band reject is opposite to that of band pass. Okay, that is it reject the band of frequency and it will allow the remaining frequencies. So these are all the different classification of filters based on the frequency response. Okay. Then the next question, what are the different types of filters based on impulse response H of n? Okay, so based on impulse response, so how the filters are classified? So based on the impulse response, the filters are classified into 2 types. One is IIR and another one is FIR. IIR means, you know, infinite impulse response filter. Okay, infinite impulse response filter. So we discussed the infinite impulse response filter in second unit. Okay, so and in order to design the infinite impulse response filter, so first we have to design analog filter, either Butterworth or Chebyshev approximation. Then we have to convert into digital using bilinear transformation, impulse invariant method, and so on. Okay, so if you want to learn that videos also, okay, so that's the second unit. Videos also in I will give link in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, so IIR and FIR. So you know IIR filters are of recursive type. Okay, so recursive means the present output sample depends on present input, past input, and past output samples. Okay, so the present output Y is depending upon present input X of n, past input X of n minus 1, n minus 2, etc. Similarly, past output sample Y of n minus 1. Okay, but the FIR filters are non-recursive type. That means the present output sample depends on present input and previous input only, not previous output. Okay, so that is the difference between IIR and FIR filter. Okay, so the difference between IIR and FIR filter is also one of the important question. We will see the next one. Okay, so this is the different classification of filter based on the impulse response, IIR, FIR. Okay, then the next question, what are the properties of FIR filter? So this is a very important question. You see, it's a 2011, 13 and May 2011. So properties of FIR filter. So FIR filter is always stable. Okay, so FIR filters are always stable. It's a very important point. And a realizable filter can always be obtained. Okay, we can design the realizable filter. Then the FIR filter has a linear phase response. Okay, so all FIR filters are having the linear phase characteristics. So these are all the some of the important properties of FIR filter. Okay, so it's a very important question. And the next thing, list the advantages and disadvantages of FIR filter. Okay, so this is also a important repeated 2-mark question. So you see April 2018, 13, November 2015 and so on. Okay, so advantages and disadvantages of FIR filter. So first advantage. So the FIR filters, what are the advantage means? FIR filters have exact linear phase characteristics. And you know FIR filters are always stable. Okay, then FIR filters can be realized in both recursive and non-recursive structure. Okay, so we can realize the FIR filter in both recursive and non-recursive structure. Then the next one, FIR filters are of free of limit cycle oscillation. Okay, so the limit cycle oscillation problem is not happened in FIR, but in IAR, the limit cycle oscillation problem, it will happen. Okay, so we'll discuss this limit cycle oscillation in the next unit, finite word length effect of a digital system in the next unit. Okay, the next one, the excellent design methods are available for various kinds of FIR filter. So in order to design the FIR filter, you know, windowing technique, frequency sampling technique, Fourier series technique are available. Okay, so these are all the advantages of FIR over IAR. So sometimes they may ask question like that, what are the advantages of FIR over IAR means the same answer only. Okay, FIR is linear phase characteristics, but IAR is not having linear phase characteristics. All FIR filters are always stable, but in IAR we can design stable filter as well as the unstable thing. Okay, and FIR can be realized in both recursive non-recursive, but IAR are of type recursive only. Then in IAR, limit cycle oscillation problem is available. Okay, then the disadvantage. So the disadvantages of the FIR filter is that, so for the same filter specification, the order of FIR filter design can be high as 5 to 10 times that of the IAR design. Okay, so we are taking we are taking same specification. So using that specification, we are designing IAR filter as well as FIR filter means. But in FIR filter, the order means capital N value. So the order of the FIR filter is high as 5 to 10 times that of the IAR design. Okay, so if order is high means what is the meaning? So in order to implement that FIR filter, we needed so many delay elements, so many adders and so on. Okay, so the number of elements used to implement the FIR increases. That is one of the disadvantage. Okay, then the second thing is the memory requirement and the execution time is very high. Okay, since the order of the filter is very high, so that's why the number of component used within the FIR filter is high. So that's why automatically, in order to store the intermediate value, we have to use the memory requirement, and automatically the execution time is also very high. Okay, so the next thing, the powerful computational facilities required for the implementation. So in order to implement the FIR filter, there is a powerful computation facilities are required. And the FIR filters are all zero filters. Okay, FIR filters are all zero filters. So these are all the disadvantages of FIR filter. Okay, so in November, December 2015, the disadvantages of FIR filter is a separate question, and advantages and disadvantages. So they may ask combinedly the 2-mark or separately advantages are 1 2-mark, disadvantages are 2-mark question. Okay, then the next thing, next question, what is linear phase? Okay, what is linear phase? What is a condition to be satisfied by the impulse response in order to have the linear phase? Okay, so it is also a university question. Linear phase, what is linear phase means? The phase shift, the theta of omega is directly proportional to omega. Okay, so you see the phase angle theta of omega is directly proportional to the frequency omega means that type of corresponding filter is called as a linear phase filter. Okay, so you see theta of omega is equal to k into omega. Okay, that is in order to equate this proportionality, we have to put one proportionality constant k. Okay, so theta of omega is directly proportional to omega. So in order to equate it, we have to put k, where k is a constant. Okay, so the phase shift is linearly proportional for frequency. Okay, so in what is the condition to be satisfied by the impulse response in order to have the linear phase? Okay, so for which filter this linear phase characteristics, this theta of omega is directly proportional to omega, means the impulse response, it should satisfy the condition, this one, that is h of n is equal to plus or minus h of capital N minus 1 minus n, where capital N is the order of the filter. Okay, so if the impulse response h of n is equal to plus or minus h of capital N minus 1 minus n, means if that filter it satisfies this condition, means the corresponding linear phase, corresponding phase is linear phase. Okay, so that type of filter is called, if the filter is having this linear phase characteristics, means that type of filter is called as a linear phase filter. Okay, so what is linear phase filter? If the phase shift, the theta of omega is directly proportional to omega, or otherwise in terms of impulse response, we can say that the impulse response h of n, it satisfies the condition which is equal to plus or minus h of n minus 1 minus n. Okay, then the next question, mention the necessary and sufficient condition for the linear phase characteristics in FIR filter. Okay, the same thing. Okay, so the way of asking the question is different. Okay, but same only. You see, it's a May 2007 and 2000 question. So the necessary and the sufficient condition for the linear phase characteristics in FIR filter is that the impulse response of the system should have symmetrical property. Okay, that means the h of n is equal to h of n minus 1 minus n, or anti-symmetrical property is also there. It means h of n is equal to minus h of n minus 1 minus n. So that's why combinedly we can take this condition, h of n is equal to plus or minus h of n minus 1 minus n. Okay, if h of n equal to h of n minus 1 minus n, means it's a symmetrical property. H of n is equal to minus of h of n minus 1 minus n, means it's an anti-symmetrical property. Okay, so this is the necessary and sufficient condition for the linear phase characteristics of FIR filter. Okay, then the next question, you see what are called symmetric and anti-symmetric FIR filter. So you see, so the same question only, some difference is there. So it's a May 2012 question. What is symmetric and anti-symmetric FIR filter? Okay, so if the filter having the impulse response h of n and h of n minus 1 minus n is equal, means that type of filter is called as a symmetric FIR filter. Okay, then the next thing, a filter having the impulse response h of n is equal to minus h of n minus 1 minus n, means it is called as an anti-symmetric. Okay, so here that is anti-symmetric, it's not a symmetric, anti-symmetric FIR filter. Okay, symmetric means h of n minus 1 minus n is equal. Anti-symmetric means if the impulse response h of n is equal to minus h of n minus 1 minus n, means it is the condition for anti-symmetric FIR filters. Okay, then the next thing, write the steps involved in FIR filter design. Okay, so it's a December 2017 question. So generally they are asking, okay, so they are not mentioning any method, Fourier series method, windowing method, frequency sampling method. So generally they are asking, write the steps involved in FIR filter design. Okay, so generally we can write, so in order to design the FIR filter, so first we have to calculate the order of the filter, capital N. Okay, so from the given specification, we have to calculate order of the filter. Then next one, from the order, okay, that is the N value, and the desired frequency response hd of e power j omega, we have to calculate the desired unit sample response hd of n. Okay, so already know the formula for hd of n, 1 by 2 pi integration over minus pi to pi capital hd of e power j omega into e power j omega n d omega. Okay, so you know the formula already. Using that formula, we solved several problems in Fourier series method, windowing method, and so on. Okay, so from the hd of e power j omega, it is called as a desired frequency response. Using the desired frequency response and order n value, we have to find small hd of n. Okay, then we have to select the windowing function. Okay, windowing function w of n. That is, we have to select either rectangular window, Hanning window, Hamming window, Kaiser window, any window you just select. Then you just multiply that desired impulse response with windowing sequence. We can get the impulse response h of n. Okay, so this is our filter coefficient. So for this coefficient h of n, if you are taking is a transform, we can get the transfer function. Okay, so these are all the steps involved in the design of FIR filter. If it is a Fourier series method, this third step is not coming. Okay, so this hd of n value, we have to truncate it directly for capital N equal to how many samples. Okay, so this is the steps to be involved in FIR filter design. Then the next question, what is the reason that FIR filters are always stable? So it's also one of the university question. So we can say that the FIR filters are always stable. Okay, why? Okay, FIR filters are inherently stable. Okay, so already you know the FIR filters are all zero filters. Okay, all zero filters. The poles of FIR filters are located at the origin in Z plane. So the poles of FIR filter are located at the origin in Z plane. If it is a Z plane means, so it is located at the origin, poles. Okay, the poles are located here. So this means the FIR filter poles are always inside the unit circle. So already you know, okay, we studied in order to check the system is stable or not in terms of Z transform. So in signals and system, we studied the property. Okay, if all poles are lies within the unit circle in Z plane means that system is called as a stable system. So here in FIR filters are all zero filter. There is no pole. So no pole means the poles are located at the origin. Okay, that is equal to zero value. So by here the poles are located inside the unit circle. So that's why FIR filters are call it as a always stable. Okay, FIR filters are always stable. Why means they are all zero filter, no poles available. No pole available means the pole value equal to zero. Okay, this is the reason. Then the next question, distinguish FIR and IR filter. Okay, so it's an important 6-mark question also. So already I posted the separate video for the difference between FIR and IR filter. Okay, so that's an important 8-mark question, as well as sometimes they may ask 2-mark question also. Okay, so you see the IR filter means, you know, the unit sample response has infinite duration. Okay, h of n is having infinite number of sample. But in FIR, the h of n is finite duration. The impulse sample values are only finite. Okay, then IR filters are all pole filter. Okay, and pole zero filter also. IR filter are of type all pole filter as well as pole zero filter. But FIR filters are all zero filters. Okay, there is no pole in this FIR filter. Then IR filters are of recursive type. FIR filters are of non-recursive type. Okay, so recursive means, you know, the output of the system, present output depends on present input, previous output. Okay, non-recursive means the present output depends on present input, previous input, not previous output. Okay, then here it's a non-linear phase response, IR. In FIR filters having linear phase response. Okay, that is theta of omega is directly proportional to omega. Then these filters are to be designed for stability. Okay, but FIR filters are inherently stable filter. Automatically it's a stable filter. But in IR, we have to use some special technique in order to design the stable filter. Okay, so this is the difference comparison between the IR and FIR filters. Okay, then the next question, what are the desirable characteristics of window? Okay, so it's a very important question. Okay, 11, 13, 2013, 15, 16, so many times this question is coming. So you see, what are the desirable properties of window? Okay, in the design of FIR filter, we are using the windowing technique. So in window, there are different varieties of windows are there: rectangular window, Hanning window, Hamming window, Borlet window, Kaiser window, okay, Blackman window, and so on. So generally, what is the desirable properties of characteristics of that window? So you see, the central lobe of the frequency response of window should contain most of the energy, and it should be narrow. Okay, so if you are taking frequency response of the window function, so we can get the frequency response like that. Okay, the central lobe, okay, in center frequency most of the energy is available. The central lobe of the frequency response of window should contain most of the energy and it should be narrow. Okay, then the highest side lobe level of the frequency response should be small. Okay, so inside also we can get some small lobe. The highest side lobe level, it should be very small. Okay, then the side lobe of the frequency response should decrease in energy as the omega where tends to pi. Okay, so whenever the frequency tends to pi, this side lobe level, it reaches the zero value. Okay, the side lobe of frequency response should decrease in energy rapidly as omega tends to pi. Okay, so these are all the some desirable characteristics of the windowing function. So in the central lobe of frequency response of the window should contain most of the energy and it should be very narrow. The highest side lobe level, it should be very small. When the omega reaches the pi, the side lobe reaches zero value. Okay, so this is the desirable characteristics of any windowing function. Then the next question, what is mean by Gibbs phenomenon? So this is also a very repeated question. Okay, so you see 11, 2012, 14 and 17. Okay, Gibbs phenomenon. So where we get this Gibbs phenomenon means if you are designing the FER filter using Fourier series method. Okay, so in Fourier series method already you know the first step is to from HD of e power j omega we are calculating HD of n. Okay, this HD of n value is having for n equal to minus infinity to infinity, it is having infinite number of sample. Okay, so in order to design the FIR filter, this HD of n we are truncating abruptly. Okay, for if the capital N value is given as 7 means, so N is from minus 3 to 3, we are abruptly, the remaining sample, we are discarding it. Okay, so if you are truncating this HD of N abruptly means at the time, we may get some oscillation in pass band and stop band. So that is a one unwanted effect. It is called as a Gibbs phenomenon. Okay, so you see, one possible way of finding an FIR filter that approximates the h of e power j omega would be to truncate the infinite Fourier series at n equal to plus or minus n minus 1 by 2. Okay, this HD of n value we are truncating to minus of n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2. This is minus 3 to 3. We are abruptly truncating. So the abrupt truncation of this series will lead to oscillation both in pass band and stop band. Okay, so this phenomena is called as Gibbs phenomenon. So in order to avoid this Gibbs phenomenon, this oscillation, we are moving to the second method. It is called as a windowing technique. Okay, so instead of truncating HD of n abruptly, we are multiplying this HD of n with windowing function in order to get the h of n. Okay, so this Gibbs phenomenon is cancelled avoided in windowing technique. Okay, so this Gibbs phenomenon has happened in Fourier series method of designing FIR filter because of the abrupt truncation of the HD of n. Okay, Then the next question, give the equations for Hamming and Blackman window. So you see this windowing function, it is also a important question, 2010, 14 and 17. Okay, it's a repeated question. So you know the sequence value, Hamming window. What is the Hamming window sequence? WH of n is equal to 0.54 plus 0.46 cos 2 pi n by n minus 1 for the modulus of n less than or equal to n minus 1 by 2. Okay, that means minus of n minus 1 by 2 to plus n minus 1 by 2, n by 2, this value is available. Okay, 0 otherwise. And the Blackman window. So what is the Blackman window sequence? WB of n is equal to 0.42 plus 0.5 cos 2 pi n by n minus 1 plus 0.08 cos 4 pi n by n minus 1 for the modulus of n less than or equal to n minus 1 by 2. Okay, if capital N is 11 means the small n ranges from minus 5 to 5, this is available, 0 otherwise. Okay, so if you are adding this coefficient, you see 0.4 to 0.5, 0.08, it will come answer 1. Similarly, here also 0.54, 0.46, if you are adding, we can get the answer 1. Okay, so this is the Hamming Blackman window. Similarly, they may ask a Hamming window, rectangular window also. Okay, so you see the next question. Define Hamming and Blackman window function. May 2006 question. Okay, this is a Hamming. Okay, Hamming, this is a Hamming. So the Hamming window sequence, WHN of n is equal to 0.5 plus 0.5 cos 2 pi n by n minus 1 for the modulus of n is less than or equal to n minus 1 by 2, 0 otherwise. Blackman window is, you see, 0.42 plus 0.5 cos 2 pi n by n minus 1 plus 0.08 cos 4 pi n by n minus 1 for the n value between modulus of n is between n minus 1 by 2, 0 otherwise. Okay, so you study the all windowing function. So that is also a separate 2 mark questions. Okay, the next thing, what do you understand by linear phase response? Okay, so this is also one of the university question. I didn't mention the year here. Linear phase response. So already we discussed this question. Okay, so for a linear phase filter, it should satisfy the condition the theta of omega is directly proportional to omega. Okay, the phase shift theta of omega, it should be linearly proportional to the frequency omega, means that type of filter is called as a linear phase filter. So the linear phase filter, it does not alter the shape of the original signal. If one filter is having linear phase characteristics means, so if you are passing some signal via that filter means it will not change the shape of the original signal. Okay, that is the use of linear phase filter. Okay, if the phase response of the filter is non-linear, the output signal may be distorted. Okay, if the filter is having linear phase response, the output of the signal, it does not change the shape of the original signal. But if the phase response is non-linear, the output signal may distorted. Okay, so in many cases, the linear phase characteristics is required, okay, throughout the pass band of the filter in order to preserve the shape of the given signal within the pass band. Okay, so an IR cannot produce linear phase. Since in IR filter, okay, in IR filter, the linear phase characteristics is not satisfied. Okay, but in FIR filter can give linear phase. So the output signal, without any distortion, we can get the output signal. Okay, so this is called as a linear phase response. Okay, if the filter is having linear phase means the filter, it will not change the shape of the input signal. If the filter is having non-linear phase response means it will alter the shape. So that's why we may get distorted output. That is the reason. The next question, what are the disadvantages of Fourier series method? Okay, so already we discussed here the Gibbs phenomenon. That is the same thing. That is the disadvantage of Fourier series method. So in the design of FER filter using Fourier series method, the infinite duration impulse response is truncated at n equal to plus or minus n minus 1 by 2. Okay, so the direct truncation of the series will lead to fixed percentage of overshoot and undershoot. That is said to be the oscillation. Okay, that abrupt truncation of the cirrus will lead to fixed overshoots and undershoot before and after an approximated discontinuity in the frequency response. It is called as a Gibbs phenomenon. That is the disadvantage in Fourier series method. So in order to overcome this disadvantage, we are moving to the next method. It is called as a windowing technique. Then the next question you see, what is the need for employing window technique for FIR design? Or why window function is used in FIR filter design? Okay, it's a university question, May 2015. So, in order to overcome the disadvantage of Fourier series method of designing FIR filter, we are using the windowing technique. Okay, so what is the same thing? Okay, the same Gibbs phenomenon you just write. In order to overcome this, we have to use the windowing technique. So you see, on the same Gibbs phenomenon definition only. So one way of finding the FIR filter that approximates a h of e power j omega would be truncate the infinite Fourier series at n equal to plus or minus n minus 1 by 2. The abrupt truncation of the series will lead to oscillation in pass band and stop band. These oscillation can be reduced, okay, through the use of less abrupt truncation of Fourier series. So instead of truncating abruptly, we have to multiply the HD of n with a windowing function. Okay, so this can be achieved by multiplying the infinite impulse response HD of n by a finite weighing function, that is the windowing function W of n, called window. So instead of abruptly truncating the HD of n, the HD of n is multiplied with W of n, means we may get H of n. So for that H of n, we can, if you are at the time, we may not get any oscillation in pass band and stop band. That is the Gibbs phenomenon is cancelled. That is the need of windowing function in FIR filter design. Okay. Then the next one, state the effect of having abrupt discontinuity in the frequency response of FIR filter. Okay, this is also one of the 2-mark question. To obtain the frequency response, the Fourier transform can be taken for the signal, and the resulting signal has excessive ripple in pass band and poor attenuation in stop band. Okay, so this effect of having abrupt discontinuity in the frequency response of FIR filter. Okay, so if you are taking the Fourier transform, that is we can get the excessive ripple, that is the oscillation in pass band, and a poor attenuation in stop band. Okay, we will not get attenuated in a stop band, we will get some attenuation also. Okay, so that is called as the abrupt discontinuity in frequency response of FIR filter. Okay, then the next one, for what type of filter frequency sampling method is suitable? Okay, so in order to design which type of filter, frequency sampling method is suitable. It's also an university question 2005 and 6. Okay, the frequency sampling method is suitable for filter that required filtering only at particular frequency. Okay, that is, in order to filter one particular frequency, we may use this frequency sampling method. Okay, so which filter is having the response like that? That is, in order to filter the particular frequency, the narrow band filters, narrow band selective filters. Okay, so the such filters are narrow band selective filter, where only a few samples of the frequency response is non-zero. So in order to design the narrow band selective filter, this frequency sampling method is suitable. Okay, narrow band frequency selective filter, in order to design this filter, we may use this frequency sampling method. Then the next question, what is the principle of designing FIR filter using frequency sampling method? So what is the principle we are using in frequency sampling? So in frequency sampling method, the desired magnitude response is sampled and a linear phase response is specified. Okay, so here what we are doing, the HD of omega, we are that is the HD of omega, we have to take sample in order to obtain H of k. Okay, so the desired magnitude response is sampled and the linear phase response is specified. The samples of desired frequency response are identified as DFT coefficients. Okay, the capital H of k is a DFT coefficient. The filter coefficient are then determined as IDFT of this set of samples. Okay, so after calculating H of k using inverse DFT formula, we have to find the H of n. Okay, in order to find the filter coefficients. First, we have to sample the HD of e power j omega in order to obtain H of k. Then that H of k, we have to take IDFT in order to obtain the H of n. Okay, that is the principle behind the frequency sampling method. Okay, then the next problem, draw the direct form implementation of FIR filter having the difference equation thus. Okay, so already we solved the realization of FIR filter as a separate topic we discussed. Okay, so already in our channel, the realization, direct form realization, transversal realization, cascade, linear phase realization, we solved several problems. Okay, so this is a repeated 2-mark problem we will see. So this is the equation they may given. So this filter we are going to realize in direct form. Direct form means transversal structure. So you see the output y of n is equal to x of n minus 2 into x of n minus 1 plus 3 into x of n minus 2 minus 10 into x of n minus 6. Okay. So here you see first this is the input x of n. Okay, input x of n. The y of n is obtained by first x of n. So the x of n multiplied, this is the multiplier, you know, of value 1. The x of n is given to the first adder. Okay, adder means it need 2 input. Okay, what is the next data? Minus 2x of n minus 1. What is x of n minus 1? It's a one-time delayed x of n. So the x of n is given to one delay, is at inverse. So the output of this first delay, it is a x of n minus 1. So the x of n minus 1 multiplied with, okay, this x of n minus 1 you take multiplied with the coefficient minus 2. So you just add. Similarly, third thing you see x of n minus 2 multiplied with 3. So you give it to one more delay. So the output obtained of the second delay is x of n minus 2. You multiply with the 3, you just add this output and this one. Then the last one x of n minus 6. So x of n minus 2 we are having. We have to derive x of n minus 6. So 4 times we have to give it to the delay. Okay. So this x of n minus 2 you give it to first delay. So the output obtained here is x of n minus 3. Here x of n minus 4. In this x of n minus 5. Here x of n minus 6. Okay. So after this 6 delay, we can get x of n minus 6. So this x of n minus 6 multiplied with the coefficient minus 10. Okay, so you give it to adder and output of this adder and output of this adder is added. So we can get the output y of n. Okay, this is the direct form realization of the FIR filter. Okay, so first you see how many delay we have to check. Okay, so x of n minus 6 means 6 delay we have to use in this series. Okay, this this arrow indicates this is a multiplier. This is the adder. Okay, this is one of the 2-mark question. Draw the direct form realization of FIR system. Okay, generally they are asking. It's a May 2018 question. So you see, this is the direct form. Okay, this is the general direct form realization. This is input x of n. This is the output y of n. So in that is Z inverse. It is a delay. Z inverse, Z inverse, Z inverse, Z inverse. This is the multiplier. Okay, so multiplier simply we may use arrow or otherwise small triangle. This is the multiplier with the coefficient h of 0. This is the multiplier with the coefficient h of 1, h of 2, h of 3, h of 4. And this is the adder. Okay, so this is the direct form realization or transversal realization of FIR system. Okay, this is one of the 2-mark question generally. Then the next thing, determine the transversal structure of system function. Transversal structure, direct form realization, both are same. Okay, so here you see h of z is equal to 1 plus 2 into Z inverse minus 3 into Z power minus 2 minus 4 into Z power minus 3. So here in Z transform equation given in this problem, in time domain they may given. Okay, so anyway we can solve. So the H of Z you can write it is a output Y of Z divided by X of Z. So output Y of Z divided by X of Z is equal to this. So output is equal to X of Z into this each term. Okay, so here you see the input X of N. What is the first thing? 1. So the X of N multiplied with 1. Next, 2 Z inverse X of Z. So the X of Z given to 1 delay. So here we are getting Z inverse into X of Z. Okay. So the Z inverse X of Z multiplied with the coefficient 2. Okay. Similarly, Z power minus 2, we have to give one more delay. So here we can get Z power minus 2 into X of Z. So that one multiplied with the coefficient minus 3. And finally Z power minus 4 multiplied with the minus 4. You are adding, we can get the output Y of N. Or you may write Y of Z, X of Z also. Okay, this is the transversal structure. Direct form realization, both are same only. Then the next one, draw the linear phase realization of FIR system. So this is the linear phase structure. Okay, this is the X of N and this is the output Y of N. So linear phase realization means if the FIR system is having, it satisfy the condition H of N is equal to H of capital N minus 1 minus N. Okay, if the filter satisfy that condition means that FIR filters are said to be linear phase realization. So at the time that coefficients are combined. So what is the use of this linear phase realization means in order to reduce the number of multiplier used in the implementation, we are using this linear phase realization. Okay, so this is the diagram. The next question you see, realize the following causal linear phase FIR system. It's a December 2014 question. So H of Z is equal to 2 by 3 Z plus 1 plus 2 by 3 Z inverse. Okay, so in this, so you see 2 by 3 Z and 2 by 3 Z inverse. So the coefficients are same. So you take, you just write it as H of Z is equal to 1 plus 2 by 3 into Ez plus Z inverse. Okay. Then you know Y of Z can, H of Z can be written as Y of Z by X of Z. So if you are cross multiplying, we can get Y of Z is equal to 1 plus 2 by 3 Z plus Z inverse into X of Z. Okay. So you give X of Z to each term. So X of Z plus 2 by 3 Z plus Z inverse X of Z. Okay. Then for this Z transform equation, if you are taking inverse Z transform, we can get what is the inverse Z transform of Y of Z? Small y of n. What is the inverse Z transform of X of Z? X of n. What is the inverse Z transform of 2 by 3 Z into X of Z? 2 by 3 X of n plus 1. Okay, according to the time shifting property of Z transform, we can write. Okay, similarly, 2 by 3 Z inverse into X of Z means the corresponding inverse Z transform is X of n minus 1. Okay, so after calculating this time domain function, we have to draw a implementation. So you see the output Y is obtained by adding the 3 term. Okay, so first X of n is given to first adder. Then we have to use 2 delay. Okay, one is that is n minus 1, another one is n plus 1. So the X of n is given to Ez, we can get X of n plus 1. The X of n is given to Ez inverse, we can get X of n minus 1. Okay, then you just add this 2 term, then you give the multiplier 2 by 3, we can get the Y of n. So Y of n is equal to X of n plus 2 by 3, X of n plus 1, X of n minus 1. Okay, so this is the linear phase FIR realization. Okay, and related to the linear phase realization, already we solved the several problems in that separate video in a 2-mark question, 4-mark and 8-mark question. Okay, so if you want to learn that videos means, I will give link in the description box, you can refer it, or in iCode also I will give the link, you can use it. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel. And please subscribe my channel for more videos. If you want to learn all lecture videos related with the subject, digital signal processing, discrete time signal processing, signals and system, transmission lines and waveguides, antenna and microwave engineering, electronic circuits to, okay, transmission lines and RF system. So in my channel, so in the name of their subject, the separate playlist is created. In that playlist, all videos are available in order, as well as the MCQ video is also available. You can use it. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next video.